Operating with taxpayer, state, and federal monies puts Arizona school districts under high scrutiny. This often leads to more regulation and audit requirements. Hello, my name is Dennis Maschke with the audit firm CWDL, Certified Public Accountants, and I'm here to talk to you about the audit requirement basics that Arizona school districts are subject to. I'm going to break these down into 3 tiers. So the first tier is school districts with a maintenance and operations budget of $700,000 or less. These school districts are not required to have an annual or biannual audit. They are subject to procedural reviews by the Office of the Arizona Auditor General. The second tier is for school districts with an M&O budget of greater than $700,000 but less than $2 million. They are required to have a biannual audit, an audit of 2 fiscal years at the same time after the close of the second year. Tier 3 are districts with an M&O budget greater than $2 million. These districts are subject to an annual financial statement audit. There are provisions where these districts can get a biannual audit if they do not have any significant negative audit findings from the previous year's audit. We find that it's rare for school districts to go from an annual to a biannual audit. Most districts in this range stick with the annual financial statement audit. School districts that expend more than $750,000 in federal monies must have an additional audit called the single audit in conformance with the OMB. And of course, all school districts that are required to have a financial statement audit will also be required to have the USFR Uniform System of Financial Records compliance questionnaire completed by the auditors. If a school district is required to have a single audit, there are some additional requirements. They'll have to provide a schedule of expenditures of federal awards. This schedule identifies each federal award received and the total expenditures for each program by federal awarding agency and pass-through entity. This schedule is typically compiled with the help of the auditors. A summary schedule of prior audit findings is also included with the single audit, and in addition, a corrective action plan will need to be prepared that addresses the current year findings as documented in the schedule of findings and question costs. The corrective action plan must include the name of the contact person responsible for the corrective action action itself, and the anticipated completion date. Lastly, a data collection form approved by the OMB must be completed and submitted for the single audit. How to obtain an audit firm. There are many qualified audit firms in Arizona to perform these various audit procedures. Most districts maintain a bidder's list of qualified audit firms that have reached out to be considered when a new audit contract is required. It is advised that school districts go through the RFP process when soliciting for audit services, although written quotes can be obtained. After an audit contract is awarded to the selected audit firm, that contract must be approved by the Office of the Arizona Auditor General. Audit deadlines. Now that you've identified the type of audit that you are subject to, let's talk about the deadlines. Typically in Arizona, the financial statement audit and the related USFR compliance questionnaire are due 9 months after the close of the fiscal year, March 31st. Some districts elect to participate in Certificate of Excellence in Financial Reporting programs and submit a comprehensive annual financial report to the GFOA or ASBO. To obtain these awards, the financial statements must be submitted by December 31st. The comprehensive annual financial report requires additional schedules that take more time and usually require additional costs. Other audits. For those school districts that were not subject to an audit, procedural reviews may be performed by the Office of the Arizona Auditor General. The objective of a procedural review is to conduct a study and evaluation of the district's internal controls to determine whether they are in compliance with the USFR. The procedural review is substantially less in scope than an audit and expresses no opinion. Performance audits. Arizona revised statutes require the Office of the Auditor General to conduct performance audits of the school districts. Districts are selected at random by the Office of the Arizona Auditor General, And these audits focus on administration, plant operations and maintenance, food service, transportation, IT, and are designed to determine whether a district is managing its resources in an effective, economical, and efficient manner. Details on the provided guidance along with additional materials can be found within the Uniform System of Financial Records posted on the Auditor General's website. Thank you.